Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is I, Moltrap, and I am actually doing some Brood War videos. And I'm sorry it's been so long. As I said in my recent StarCraft 2 commentary that I did first, I'm sorry that I did the StarCraft 2 first, but some cool games I want to do. Anyway, these are actually requested games, though. ZerO on the left, looking grim. No, actually, he's a pretty cool guy, laid-back guy. HoGiL on the right. It's going to be a matchup from the round of 36 from the OSL, Bacchus OSL 2010. Bacchus has previously sponsored OSLs. They're sponsoring again here in 2010. And anyway, did they sponsor earlier in 2010? I don't think they did. I think they sponsored in 09. Anyway, this is going to be an exciting match from what I've heard. I am having to do a screen cap commentary here, screen capping it off YouTube, off the Navake account, so I apologize if there's any issues with video quality, although I am recording pretty high quality off the YouTube, so you should be getting what I'm getting, theoretically. Anyway, crap, I missed the, oh no, I missed the colors. Well, I'm just gonna have to, I'm gonna have to pause and figure it out. Hold on a second. Alright, I got it. Okay, so, wait. Okay, I had to make sure it was recording. Okay, yellow is ZerO. ZerO is the yellow player, and he's going to be at the top side of the map. HoGiL is going to be on the left side of the map. Again, apologies, it's been a while since I've done some Brood War vids. Had the holidays there. For those of you outside the United States, the Thanksgiving holiday just happened in the US. Big family thing, lots of yummy dinners and such is the tradition. Anyway, I'm a big ZerO fan, so I do not turn down requests very often to cast ZerO games anyway. But I actually got requests for this game, I think, from a couple different independent sources, and so I'm like, okay, well, this has to be good. I have to cast this now anyways, even though it is a ZVZ, but we have seen an absolute revolution in ZVZ over the last year or so. ZVZ has changed a lot in StarCraft 1, and again, I think I mentioned this before, but a little bit disappointing that it happened, you know, right as StarCraft 2 was coming out. It's too bad the revolution didn't happen earlier. And wow, look at this map with its positional disadvantage. That is really crappy. That the so HoGiL has, look at the way ZerO's base is set up. The gas mine on the left of the minerals, on the left of the hatchery, the minerals on the right. That's going to make it a lot harder to cover with defense. If he has to put up spore colonies later on or something like that, he'll have to have 2 instead of 1 to protect the minerals and the gas. That is stupid. And look, I mean, see, look at the nice little pocket that HoGiL can make with his extractor and his spawning pool, making it hard for Zerglings to get in there, whereas ZerO can't do that on his base. Anyway, this is the map Pathfinder, by the way. I don't know too much about this map. I haven't had a chance to look it up or anything. I apologize that that's kind of been my excuse lately in general, is, oh, I didn't have time, but I really, you know, I actually have to work in less than 2 hours, so I have to kind of squeeze this series in anyway. Anyway, I'm really excited for ZerO to be in this series. He's one of my favorite players. Actually, I might even say he's my favorite player in Brood War. Yeah, I think he is. Very creative player, and he's actually one of the few Zergs who was part of the revolution, who partly changed ZVZ over the last year. It used to be just, you know, 1 base, maybe 2 base play, and it was just mutas and lings and mutas and lings and mutas and lings and mutas and lings. And you know, you didn't have this concept, you know, in the other matchups you had this concept of building static defense, bunkering up, and building up a force. And and you didn't really have that in Zerg versus Zerg. It was all aggression, and you know, you only built a sunken colony if you were absolutely desperate or anything like that, and you only built spore colonies if you were screwed, and it was a desperate last attempt. But you know, it's actually become a legitimate thing to build spore colonies and sunken colonies to protect yourself and then drone up and try and gain an advantage that way, or to protect an early expansion. So anyway, ZerO is one of the people that's kind of that did that a lot. Whether on purpose or not is not sure, but he's one of the ones that was able to you know, go with spore colonies and defend himself with spore colonies and then build things up that way. Anyway, so looking forward to a good ZVZ from ZerO is my point, even though it's already halfway done, according to the normal timeline of ZVZs. Anyway, both players just building up Zerglings right now. They both probably have their speed going as well. Pretty even supplies, so pretty normal there. ZerO mounting up a little bit of an attack here, just putting some pressure on HoGiL. HoGiL, by the way, is going by the name Zerg now. Can you? I thought with players like the Zerg and Zergbong and Zergboy, we had found the most unoriginal Zerg names possible. But no, HoGiL has changed his name to Zerg. And here comes ZerO's Zerglings coming in after HoGil's. HoGiL has some of his Zerglings out, trying to pull a reach around, so he's going to have to bring them back. But in the meantime, many more hits. Oh, failure by HoGiL, leaving some of his Zerglings out in the open. So ZerO takes a major advantage, killing all of those Zerglings with several left over. Imagine if those 4 Zerglings had been in the main fight instead of off to the side. That would have been a completely different story. Now he's having to micro his drones around. Is he going to be able to get it? Gets 1 drone, I think 2 drones in that exchange there. And Mutalisks finally cleaning up those Zerglings, but the damage has been done. A beautiful timing attack by ZerO, running in there with his Zerglings at just the right moment, right before the Mutas popped, so he was able to kill off the Zerglings and get some drones before the Mutas popped out. So beautifully done. And so now HoGiL is in a situation where he knows that both players have 2 bases, and so ZerO's going to be building up his forces as well. And it's just, I mean, basically, ZerO has so many more drones right now. HoGiL has to do something to ZerO's drone count, basically, if he's going to get back into this, because even though that's only 3 or 4 drones more, I think there's 4 drones extra for ZerO. This is the beginning. Is killing off some Overlords would be a good way to get back into it, because then that 100 minerals that he has to spend on Overlord, ZerO would have to then spend on, HoGiL could spend on drones, but it looks like he's having to resort to Scourge, though. There we go, some Zerglings running in there. Zerglings well spent, getting a few drones at that expansion. More Zerglings running into the main. ZerO's going to have to run back and defend this. He's got a superior Mutalist count, and he actually could have polished off HoGil's Mutalisks if he hadn't had to run back to his own base there. Ooh, ZerO taking a rare Scourge hit there. Anyway, I'm surprised he didn't burn 1 Scourge on that Overlord. It's badly damaged. He could kill it off with just a single Scourge. That might be an effective use of that. Oh, and ZerO's running into some more Scourge. That is not good. HoGiL could theoretically come back into this game if ZerO lets him get hits like that. Now he's going to have to micro against these Scourge, taking out the Scourge. Several Scourge running after him. He doesn't take a single other hit. Whoa, now he takes 1, but this could be the end. Oh, the Mutalists are in his base. Both players in each other's supply lines, killing drones. It looks like both players are going to kill off all of each other's drones, and it's just going to come down to what forces they have. And right now, ZerO has several Mutalisks. He has another one popping out as well to join the fray. I'm not sure if he's got any drones anywhere. It looks like ZerO is completely out of drones. It's just going to be a battle of the Mutalisk versus Mutalisk. Although I don't know if okay, look, it looks like ZerO does have some Zerglings in there. So yeah, he did clean up the rest of those drones. So both players are just going to hatch what units they can with the money they have left. Oh man, look at that. ZerO with 97 minerals. He's 3 minerals short of getting 1 extra Mutalisk, which would be a real big help. But ZerO at 15 supply. Here he goes. He's going to have to fight off these Scourge, though. If he takes too many Scourge hits, he's going to lose anyway. And both players chasing each other with Scourge. The Scourge are all gone except that one. He takes out that one. It's just Mutas on Mutas, and whoever has the more Mutas is going to win. And ZerO has more Mutas. As long as he takes that out, that's going to be GG. And HoGiL, by a thread, loses Game 1 of this series. Wow, very nicely played by ZerO. And it really did come down to, I mean, you saw that HoGiL basically had to make all Scourge after that Zergling attack, because he only had 4 drones on minerals, so he only had the minerals to build Scourge. And that was the difference, is he was building Scourge instead of Mutas, and hoping he could land enough, and it's ZerO, so he couldn't land enough. So GG there. Very nicely played by ZerO. And HoGiL just, it wasn't like a major mistake, actually, having those 4 Zerglings out. He was going to try and run them around the side and do a little sneak attack, and try and kill some drones himself. It happened to be that the timing was such that ZerO attacked at just the wrong moment. Although then he did bring them back, but he didn't A-move them to the fight, and so they were still out of the battle for the main part of the battle. So those extra 4 Zerglings not doing any good until afterwards when they came in and got killed. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. That was game 1 of this best of 3 series. Time to move on to game 2.